Okay, so now that the main case is glued together, we're ready to glue in the front drawer dividers. There we go. And just like before, I've got everything prepped and ready to go, so that there's no delays in the gluing process. So here we are. We have the front drawer dividers glued in. The side and back drawer dividers are dry fit in place, all right, and flushed up on the back. And I've got approximately, about a 32nd, between a 16th and a 32nd inch gap between the side divider and the front. And it's tied up in the back. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and flat. Everything's where it's supposed to be. So what we're doing now, these screw holes that we drilled previously, I am going to pre-drill some pilot holes for the screws. For that, what I'm going to do, because I'm using a 1/16 drill bit, and it's not long enough to reach all the way through. So I'm going to take my awl, find center-ish, mark it. I'm going to mark them all, come back with my 16th inch, take it out, come back with my 16th inch drill bit that is set to a 1/2 inch depth. Drill the pilot holes all the way around, reassemble it dry, and then put my screws in. Groovy? So it'll go something like this. I've got the lines on here from when I drilled my holes to help me find center, left, or right in that slot. And then I just feel up and down, kind of guess halfway, and make a mark. Now come over here, do the same thing. Right about there. Make a mark. Okay, so now with all of those marked, the other thing I did, let me get one of these out, I'll show you. When I had these laid on the workbench and I planed all of the top surfaces, I went ahead and marked all of the connections. So in this case, this is third rail, 3C, 3D, 3A, 3B, so that I get them all in here consistently the same. and everything that I've planed will line right back up. That keeps everything straight. All right, so now I'll come in here with my drill, line it up nice and straight in my mark. By doing it this way, you can also take off any of the fuzz that sometimes sticks when you drill holes, so that your divider goes in there nice and flat. All right, there's that. So now we'll put it all back together. Okay, so these screws, remember, have the washer head on them so that they won't dig in. We want them to be able to slide as this wood expands. So, and they have a square drive. So what I did for drawing these in, so I don't split anything, I'm using just a standard 1/2-inch drill rather than an impact driver, and I've got it set to 6, with the clutch, slipping clutch that prevents me from overdriving the screw. Get it in there, find a hole there. So all right, and then just to top it off, make sure it's secure, I've taken another bit and just chucked it up in my 1/4-inch nut driver. And just tighten it up by hand. Close your mouth right, get it in there. There we go. Yeah. Like so. Nice and smooth and flat. All right, I'll do the same thing on this other side. Well, I guess I could do the bottom. Oh, no, I can't do the bottom. And we'll be ready to make the base and start doing the drawers. So what's the idea and the intent behind this method of construction that I have chosen? Well, if you'll remember, so we have our front drawer dividers in a sliding dovetail so we can see the joinery, which is nice, and it's glued in place. It's not going anywhere. However, the side is simply screwed in, and then the back sliding dovetail is just going to be left dry. Why? Well, we know that wherever this piece of furniture goes in the world, it's going to expand and contract with the humidity, with the moisture, right? Wood is alive. It continues to move, expand, and contract based on that wood absorption and release. By gluing in the front, we're hoping, the intent is, this can still expand and contract as it needs to, but all of it will be directed towards the back, leaving our joinery in the front nice, tight, the way that we made it, nice and clean. Having this screwed in means that this can expand and contract without any restriction of movement from this side rail. It's just, and we've slotted those holes so that it can just move with it. No, no binding. That's the intent. Lastly, this is screwed in. It's dry in the front and the back. And this back piece, sliding dovetail, which locks our stuff together, it will be final assembly. It's going to be left dry, so that 100 years from now or more, however long it takes, eventually these side rails are going to wear out. Even though this is good maple, eventually it's going to wear out and it's going to have to be replaced. Well, by leaving this dry, some future woodworker, furniture maker guy, furniture restoration guy can simply take the back off, knock this out, take out those two screws, remake the piece, put it back together. No harm, no foul, no destruction or potential damage of disassembly to replace that. It's pretty sweet. Also this morning, before I finished installing all of that, I milled up some more cherry so that I can replace that bottom front drawer divider that I sacrificed, and B, these will become all of the drawer fronts. And this is from 5/4 maple, or excuse me, 5/4 cherry.